On the 5th of January 1968, the Prague Spring begins in Czechoslovakia. Anton Novotny. The Stalinist rule of Czechoslovakia is succeeded as first secretary by Alexander Dubček, a Slovak who supports liberal reforms. In the first 3 months of his rule, Dubček introduced a series of far-reaching political and economic reforms, including increased freedom of speech and the rehabilitation of political dissidents and prisoners. Dubček's efforts to establish communism with a human face were celebrated across the country, and the brief period of freedom became known as the Prague Spring. But on the 20th of August 1968, the Soviet Union answered Dubček reforms with an invasion of Czechoslovakia by 600,000 Warsaw Pact troops. Prague was not eager to give way or give up, but the scattered student resistance was no match for Soviet tanks and Polish special forces and Hungarian ground forces and Romanian paratroopers. You know, you get where I'm going, right? Dubček's reforms were repealed and the leader himself was replaced with the staunchly pro-Soviet, pro-Brezhnev Gustav Huska, who re-established an authoritarian communist regime in Czechoslovakia. In 1989, as communist governments folded and kinda disintegrated across Eastern Europe, Prague once again became the scene of demonstrations for democratic reforms. And in December 1989, Huska's government conceded to demands for multi-party elections and, well, stepped down. Huska resigned, and for the first time in 2 decades, Dubček returned to politics as the chairman of the new parliament, who subsequently elected playwright Václav Havel as president of Czechoslovakia. Havel had come to fame during the Prague Spring as well, but after the Soviet crackdowns, his plays were banned and his passport was confiscated. Not that he could go anywhere beyond the Eastern Bloc within 1 to 3 years anyway, but now you know what happened in the Prague Spring, now you know. And it actually Alright, it's the end of the video, but still. And as you know, it really did come to a time when the Soviets were trying to reestablish control because Khrushchev was a little bit too liberal for the hardline communists, and that's why Brezhnev had to come in and kind of coup him. But at least Khrushchev got the happy ending, because if this was like, well, yeah, Khrushchev kind of got the happy ending because he did start de-Stalinization, which actually led to people not killing each other after the coup happened. So yeah, turned out pretty good for him. He retired on a corn farm, and that was pretty much it. But hope you enjoyed, and bye-bye.